10 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, and I'm delighted to be sitting down with a wonderful woman, Abeo Jackson. Now, Abeo wears so many hats, and one of them is the creative director and executive producer of Abeo Jackson Productions. Just a touch of this powerful woman and who she is. Abeo, good morning.
Good morning, Natasha.
It's nice to see you.
I know.
It's been so long. COVID.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, but I know for you now, as we were just talking, it's been 10 years, so congrats.
10 years. Thank you so much. 10 years of Abeo Jackson Productions. It went by in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID in some ways robbed us the real life version of Abeo Jackson for the last 2 years. But even though we weren't necessarily in person, creatively it was still operating and doing things. But finally we are back on stage next weekend for after 12 lunch at the Big Black Box.
I'm very excited to see this again, to be able to go out and have the theatre experience, but I know this is also something that is very dear to your heart.
Yes. So the play is originally written by Donald Margulies. It's originally named Dinner with Friends.
Okay.
And it was the first play that Abeo Jackson Productions would have done 10 years ago. And it was directed by Raymond Chukong. Still very much a presence in my life creatively. And in honor of the fact that Abeo Jackson Productions is celebrating 10 years, it felt right to go back to where we started. Of course, now it's readapted, redirected. This is my debut as a on-stage, main stage theatre producer, theatre director in Trinidad and Tobago. This would be my debut. I've directed other things, primarily for film and whatnot, but I've also directed outside of Trinidad and Tobago. But this is my first time directing for tongue theatre, as we would call it in Trinidad.
What has the experience been like for you so far?
Oh, it's been brilliant. The cast is working extremely hard. Gotta send some love to my brilliant cast and production team. The play features this time, originally it was myself, Rachel Bascom, Conrad Paris and Kern Samuel. This time around it's myself, Rachel Bascom, and we have two newer men in the mix, Kevin Brooks and McKellian Taylor. They will be featured. Also have to shout my stage manager, Tonya Evans. I have a brilliant production team that is working extremely hard. Also have to shout my production manager, Kalisa Paulson. So it's been nerve-wracking because the risk in terms of the post-COVID experience, also in terms of, you know, the financial risk after COVID, especially since now, you know, everybody, corporate Trinidad and Tobago is still very tentative, very cautious in terms of what they invest in. But I would just publicly like to continue to encourage corporate Trinidad and Tobago to acknowledge their social responsibility to contribute to the arts in Trinidad and Tobago.
Please.
Please and thanks.
And thanks.
You know, there are some that have stepped forward. I want to say thank you very much thus far to Republic Bank, Montano's Chocolates. We've had Would You step forward in terms of our set. Also have to say thank you. Well, there are some others in the wings that haven't quite yet confirmed. But we would like to say thank you to those who have taken a little chance on us thus far. Got to say thank you so much to the Black Box, Roger, Wendell, Stanton. Love you all so much in terms of this is the very first full-length linear main stage play that is going to be happening at the Black Box.
Wow. So 10 years of first, and I want to say a remix of the first, because we were talking as well about the saying and what you have put that twist on with.
So the saying is actually after 12 is lunch in Trinidad and Tobago. Now the play deals a lot with food, so there is a very literal connotation in terms of the whole lunch thing, but I chose to rename it, especially because in the midst of everything else, I'm still very much a social advocate, etc. And we know the conversations that we've been having of late in terms of gender-based violence, in terms of child marriage that has resurfaced, and I thought it opportune to insert, because as creatives, if we're not finding ways to acknowledge our social responsibilities, to lead conversations wherever and whenever we can without beating people over the head with it, then we're not doing our work.
I agree.
If we're not speaking the language of social responsibility, then we're not. So hence the reason why I decided to change the saying from after 12 is lunch to after 12 a lunch.
Correct is right.
It's really not.
It's not.
I feel like,
not,
you know, big man after 12?
No.
It's really not lunch.
Please.
So, yeah.
Agreed, 100%. And that's the beauty of seeing this production come out as well, and you as well as a personality showing the world that, listen, this is what we are. We are here to stay, and we have a message to share as well. So, Abeo, Big Black Box. What will you say? It's next weekend?
Next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a dramatic comedy. There's a lot of laughter. Our rehearsals, even though it's been tedious and hard work, but we've been doing a lot of laughing. But
Good.
It's also the kind of play that encourages a lot of conversation.
Good.
So we're looking forward to that. So next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m., Sunday, 6:30 p.m. We've got door prizes. Tickets are $200. You can get your tickets at Ojo, opposite the Oval on Track Ridge Road. If you're in San Fernando, you can check out the NLCB Fontclair Panyard Gift Shop Lotto booth.
Okay.
You can also call myself and book tickets, 329-4619. There's also another number. I'm terrible with numbers, so yeah. 484-4793. So those are the two numbers you can also call to book tickets. Tickets have been doing quite well. It seems as though people are wanting to come out.
Yes.
Which is very, very encouraging. I'm so excited for all the creatives, all the promoters, everybody who's been doing things over the last few weeks that have been extremely successful. You know, and being brave and taking those chances.
And it's needed.
Yes.
So, I mean, without the creatives, without people like yourself, we wouldn't have an industry. It is what it is. Trinidad and Tobago, Abeo Jackson, creative director, executive producer, and so much more with us this morning. Abeo, thank you.
Thank you, my love.
It's wonderful to see you.
And I look forward to having you on stage.
Oh, we are going to make it happen.
Don't feel I forget.
Go make it happen, girl. Trinidad and Tobago, stay tuned. This is the Now Morning Show. We have Stag coming up next, who are also celebrating an anniversary. Don't go anywhere.